All rise.
For Judge Jenny.
And Courtmaster Curtis for the honest truth.
Thursday nights from 6 to 8.
Where we decide if those wacky criminals are guilty or innocent.
Guilty.
Here are embarrassing moment of the week.
And for our guilty confessions.
88.1 The Edge. 88.1 The Edge. You're back with the honest truth. All right, Curtis, it's time to do a little embarrassing moment.
Ooh, embarrassing moments. All right, well, mine is from high school years, but it's always just been a funny story to me, so I might as well reveal it.
All right.
Me and my friend, every time there was like a high school pep assembly, which I always found incredibly boring, we would do this game where like if you like looked to your left, then the other guy could automatically put his fist right at the shoulder length, and when he like moved it back, you could pop him just in that amount of space.
Ow.
But like it wasn't like that bad, like you don't have like a long span to like hit him, but it was just like a little like bam. And so I'm like not paying attention. I forgot, like we had a pep assembly. I forgot that we always played this game. And so like I'm like looking around, like I like look over to the left and I look back and BAM! He got me really good too, and I like fell off the bleachers and knocked a couple people over. And then like I get back up, I was like, sorry, I tripped, like trying to lie about it, you know, like
Cover it up.
don't want people to know that we're playing this game, like where you're like hitting each other. But yeah,
Oh my
it was embarrassing.
gosh. Probably scared you more than anything.
It
Like,
did though. I was hoping though that like no teachers were like watching, like
Saw
as we
him
like
punch
knocked
you.
two people over, like
Domino's, people version.
oh, that would have been really bad. Like if the whole crowd just falls
kept
down.
going.
Except then it wouldn't be as embarrassing for me. It'd be more embarrassing for him. I
Yeah.
feel like. But
I just did that. Okay, well, mine's really embarrassing.
well, what happened?
I feel like this segment is just bittersweet because it's like evil but hilarious.
It is very evil.
Okay, so I was in class today and I dropped my phone and I already panicked because you're not supposed to have your phone in class, obviously. And I was like, oh my gosh, everyone's gonna see it. So I like lean over really quick to grab my phone.
Yeah.
And the classic thing happens. I freaking let a toot out.
Uh-oh.
Just a little fart, just a little toot. And I was like, I had headphones in, so I didn't know if it was loud. It felt loud, but I wasn't sure if it was loud.
Oh no.
And so I'm like, no, just don't make eye contact with anybody. And so I like quickly turned back to my computer and just pretend nothing happened. But I'm assuming a lot of people heard me too.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that was really
Did you do the
embarrassing.
awkward look around though?
No, I made sure I didn't. I like
Okay,
picked my
good,
phone
like-
up and I was like just looking down computer, like just really quick. Just like I'm not even gonna look at anyone because it didn't happen.
Okay, maybe that was a little more obvious then.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the classic one though is when somebody does that and you see them, they're like looking all over the place.
Who
like,
saw it?
Who saw that? And
I
it's like it was you.
I should have had like the creepy grin on my way back up, like
Like-
yeah,
That was me.
crap dusted all of you.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. Like I've definitely had some embarrassing moments like that.
Yeah.
The,
I feel like
the toots.
the fart ones are like the worst because you can't help it; they just sneak out.
But it's like one of those things. You feel so embarrassed, but like to me, when somebody else does it, it's just like, hey, I do it too.
yeah,
It happens.
It happens.
But I feel like one thing, like I'm amazed on you part. Like most girls are like, oh my gosh, he tooted.
They farted on me.
He
No.
crop dusted me bad.
I would probably just laugh. Be like, nice one.
Good one.
We'll rate it on a scale
Good,
of 1 to
good
10.
work out the view.
Am I Russian?
No, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
All right, well, tell us your embarrassing moments on our Twitter page at KDPS88 or on our Facebook page at KDPS Radio. We would like to hear from all of your listeners out there. Up next here on The Honest Truth on 88.1 The Edge, we have Nothing But Trouble by Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors. Stay tuned. 88.1 The Edge, you're back with The Honest Truth, and we're on for a little controversy. And tonight's controversy is a little bit about Visha, all the upcoming news that's going on with them. So Jenny, what do you think? Do you think it's right for the school to cancel all the activities?
I mean, it was getting pretty brutal up there.
It was. I mean,
Yeah.
did you see all the news footage and stuff?
Yeah,
on
I
it?
watched some of it last night. They were just doing like a recap of what happened.
Mhm.
But like I saw like the car tipped over
Oh, yeah.
and the light post.
The light post. I mean, they couldn't even get to the kid who got injured because of
Yeah.
all the kids. And then like a huge, I don't know if you saw the video of all the kids starting from Lincoln and running up Welch.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was tons of kids throwing beer bottles at,
Yeah, it was like full on
buildings.
riot.
It was nuts.
It was crazy. And
But-
like there was a the Jimmy Jimmy John's like owner was like, we have to close down.
Yeah, a lot of the stores closed down.
I was like, this is insane.
What do you think, though, about them actually closing the activities, though? Do you think that's a smart move, or do you think there's still just going to be tons of people going up just to party?
Oh, yeah, I guarantee there'll still be people going up there and partying. But as far as, activities go, just because it started that crazy, I mean, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah,
I would say that's probably a safe bet.
I mean, I'd definitely say, the activities and stuff, it's probably wise they canceled this year. But I still say they're going to have a lot of law enforcement this year because there is going to be so many people going up just to party. I mean, it's still VSHA weekend in most people's eyes.
Yep.
And the thing that I kind of have problems with the whole deal is that this was probably not just Iowa State students. Most of this rioting and all that type of stuff is usually other college students from other schools.
From all over,
Yeah, I mean, you go up to VSHA, there's like, I don't know, all schools all over the Iowa, even outside of Iowa, kids come for VSHA. So I feel like a lot of people come to another town and be like, hey, I'm going to destroy everything in this town because I don't go
live
here.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel, this is probably hard news for a lot of Iowa State students.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of disappointed college kids out there.
The thing that I would like to talk about that a lot of the news is talking about that there's been a lot of ISU bashing because of this. Kids on the internet saying well, stupid Iowa State kids, stuff like that. And my view on it is like I said, there probably wasn't just the Iowa State kids. It's all you guys' schools coming to this
everybody.
Other town.
I would say that's definitely accurate. And this isn't the first year that they've closed it down. I think it happened again in 2006 or something, I think they said.
Yep.
It had closed before.
Well, when I went last year, I was walking down the street and somebody chucked a TV through a window.
Oh my gosh.
Like right out in the street, and I was like, wow. It's a whole different thing. So I mean, if any of you are planning on going to VSHA, please be safe. Have a great time, but just be careful. Don't start any riots.
Make good choices.
Make good choices. Up next here on 88.1 The Edge, we have Unbelievers by Vampire Weekend.
Grandview.
88.1 The Edge. You're back with the honest truth, and it's time for little ladies and gents. Jenny, what do you got?
All right. Well, this is one of my favorite ones to talk about.
It is. It's always good.
Why is it when a guy ticks a girl off, they automatically think that by complimenting them, it will make everything up? Like, it'll just fix everything. Babe, you're so beautiful.
You're so beautiful.
You're so smart.
I like your hair today.
I love your hair. You look so great today. Like, no, that makes me more mad. Just be like, shut up. Leave me alone.
I really don't know why we do that. I think it's just like a defense mechanism. Like, she's going to hit me. She's going to hit me. She's going to hit me. I need to say something nice.
Do you think that's going to work, though?
No. We all know it doesn't work.
But it's like your go-to. It's like every time. But babe, you look so pretty.
But see, then like you say that, and then you can like explode and get your like anger out, and then we're just like, so you're not mad anymore?
You guys do that all the time too. Can you not be mad anymore? No, let me be mad.
Let me be mad all night.
Just let it marinate for a little bit. Just leave it.
I don't know, guys. We do that though.
You hover too. Like when girls are mad, you just like hover, like push buttons. Like, are you better yet? Are you better yet? Are you better yet? Like,
you want a back massage?
Are you done? Yes. Are you done being mad? You're just so overly nice at that point. It's like, leave me alone.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think it's one of those things like we're afraid like if we like leave you alone, then you're like come back and like key your car or something like that.
Sometimes we just need space.
Okay, just give a little space. So guys out there, don't play the nice card. Just give some space.
Just give some space. What do you got? You got one?
Yeah. What's with girls like doing like either like the leg lift or the thing like when they kiss? Like what is that?
The leg? Oh, like the
like
foot
the back,
pop.
the foot pop,
The
or
foot
like
pop.
or I don't know the weird like thing. I don't know how to describe it.
Or like squeaks.
Yeah.
Because we get all giddy.
But it automatically makes like the leg go.
Yeah, like okay, have you seen Bambi?
Yeah.
Like when Thumper gets Twitter pated and his like foot starts going?
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's like. It's like our go-to. We get all like...
So it's like a dog with like the back scratch thing where he's like, oh.
Kind of.
Okay.
It just, you get to that point where you're just so comfortable and it's just so sweet that your foot just kind of pops.
Okay. I just never understood.
And
okay.
Your little squeaks are just because it's like, this is the perfect moment.
All right. What else do you got?
Okay. Why is it when guys first get into like a house, the first thing they do is like plop down on a couch? Like that's like the first thing they do. Even if you're getting ready to go for like 5 minutes. They'll just come in and like sit down. And you're like, all right, let's go. Nah, let me sit here for a little bit.
I think it's just because we're awkward standers. Like, what do we got to put your hands in your pockets? Do you, like, I don't know. It's like the Ricky Bobby thing. Like, what do I do with my hands? What do I do? So if I just sit there,
it's fine.
There's no problem.
Just
Like, I can just sit there on the couch and be my normal couch potato self.
All right, that's understandable, I guess. I can get it.
Up next, speaking of ladies and gents, She Looks So Perfect by 5 Seconds of Summer up here on 88.1 The Edge.
That was Heroes by Janelle Monáe. It's KDPS 88.1. This is the Master of Faster speaking with my good friend and special guest, Jenny.
Hello! I'm so excited for this show today. We got some fun stuff coming up.
Yes, fun stuff.
So, Adam, movies are pretty big in the wintertime because it's something fun people can go do, and
it's something that people listen to for as a Christmas tradition or as a New Year's tradition, just so long as it's completely white outside.
Absolutely. What are some of your favorite movies, Adam? I mean, are you like the classical movie kind of guy, or do you have to go see like the new hits every time they come out?
Well, I used to be a fan of the new hits, but recently I've become more a fan of the classic films. I love listening to several of the classic films, such as Apocalypse Now, The Empire Strikes Back, and my personal favorite film of all time, The Godfather.
Oh, absolutely. I love The Godfather. If you haven't seen that movie, I mean, you need to go see it. That is an all-time classic.
She'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
Hey, there we go. That's pretty good. I'm a musical classic kind of person, so I love the old musicals.
What is your favorite musical of all time? Is it The Singin' in the Rain or The Sound of Music or something like that?
I do love The Sound of Music, but no, it's probably Rent. But yeah, The Sound of Music is a really, really good one. So yeah, lots of movies. Project Almanac's supposed to be good. Mordecai, Boy Next Door. Get out there and go see some movies. This is 88.1 The Edge with Adam and Jenny. More music coming your way. 88.1 The Edge. You're back with the Master of Faster and Jenny on 88.1. Adam, how do you feel about all this snow we got over the weekend?
It's cool, but I would advise our listeners to be very careful of it since the roads are incredibly icy and thick.
They are super, super icy. I know I was skidding all over the place when I was driving in today. You got to be careful out there. I mean, if you're not paying attention, an accident can happen super easy.
Sure, it could happen, but look on the bright side. At least you didn't have to search for your car keys for 2 hours after you accidentally dropped them into a snowbank.
No, you did?
Yeah, unfortunately I did, and let's just put it this way. Snow might be cool, but searching for my car keys for 2 hours wasn't.
Oh my gosh. Were your hands freezing? My hands would have been purple and numb.
Well, fortunately I was wearing gloves.
Oh, good.
So, it wasn't all that bad. It was just an incredibly frustrating experience.
Oh, I don't doubt it. And it took you 2 hours? That's just extreme. How tall was the snowbank?
It was about 2 feet tall, so it took a while.
Yeah, I would have been frustrated too. I think I would have just not drove after that. I would have been I'm done.
Well, I still have to look at the bright side. At least I didn't catch frostbite and my appendages didn't fall off.
There you go. Stay safe out there, guys. It's cold weather. 88.1 The Edge. Coming up next is The American Dream. 88.1 The Edge. You're back with Jenny here. Hey, I got an event for you guys coming up on February 13th from 6 to 9 p.m. It's the Night to Shine event sponsored by the Tim Tebow Foundation. Now, this is going through the Child Serve organization, which is a nonprofit organization in Ankeny, Iowa, and this organization provides pediatric health care and services to more than 2,500 children in Iowa. You can help by donating or volunteering at events like this, or by visiting childserve.org for more information. You can also call 515-727-8750 for the Johnston area, or 515-232-7220 in Ames. Again, that's for the Child Serve nonprofit organization. 88.1, more music coming your way.
This is KDPS 88.1 The Edge with the Master of Faster. If you have a friend or relative that is suffering from cardiovascular disease, then I have an event that you can attend. It's called the Des Moines Heart Ball. It is located in the Community Choice Credit Convention Center in Des Moines, Iowa. All proceeds will be donated to the American Heart Association, which is a non-profit organization that builds healthier lives in both living and work environments. If you want to search for more volunteer opportunities, go to www.heart.org. Once again, that's www.heart.org. www.heart.org. This is KDPS 88.1 The Edge with the Master of Faster. Up next is Let Your Hair Down by Magic.
That was Come Get It, Bae by Pharrell Williams. And speaking of bae, Valentine's Day is coming up, and it is the second month of the year, and it is an outstanding one. Not only because, it's my birthday month, but it's actually 3 holiday months. So we got 3 of our big ones. There's President's Day, Groundhog Day, and of course, Valentine's Day. I don't know about you guys, but I don't have much going on for Valentine's Day. In my personal opinion, I kind of think it's a little bit of a ridiculous holiday because why just pick one day to celebrate your significant other? I mean, shouldn't you be loving them year-round? I mean, yes, it's nice to have a day dedicated that you can spend all day with them, whether that be laying in bed watching Netflix or going to a movie or spending outrageous amounts of money on candy and flowers. But, I mean, you should be doing this year-round. It should be enjoyable all the time, not just one day where you're like, I guess I should take them out because it's Valentine's Day. And I think most people even work on Valentine's Day anyway. But yeah, anyway, Valentine's Day is a silly holiday. I don't know how you guys feel about it. You can actually post to our Twitter page at KDPS88 or our Facebook page at KDPS Radio and tell us what you think about Valentine's Day. Is it your holiday? What are your plans? Are you excited? Coming up next on 88.1, we got Sound of Change by Dirty Heads. 88.1 The Edge. This is Jenny. I don't know if you guys saw the Super Bowl last night, but it was crazy. What a turnout it was. It was actually a pretty close game for a while, but I was pulling for the Seahawks, so I was super bummed when there was an interception in one of the last plays of the game. Now, Marshawn Lynch for the Seahawks is one of the best runners in the NFL, and I don't understand why the offensive coordinator went with a passing play instead of letting Lynch take that up the field. I mean, they were on the 1 yard line and then they decided to throw it? Why would you do that? I never understood that. I was so angry. I actually had this friend that was watching the game with me and he was just furious. He was running around my house screaming and we were throwing things and yelling, and as far as I could tell, it was a pretty lucky play for, the New England Patriots, but it was definitely unexpected for everybody, and I think that's going to be a Super Bowl that goes down in history for sure. But yeah, let us know what you guys think about the Super Bowl. What'd you do? How'd you react? Which team did you pull for? You can let us know at our Twitter page at KDPS88 or on Facebook at KDPS Radio. This is 88.1, and up next we have We Are Done by the Madden Brothers.
That was Headphones by Matt Nathanson. You're listening to KDPS 88.1 The Edge. This is the Master of Faster with my friend Jenny here.
88.1, I'm so excited.
Why are you excited? Is it that one of your relatives is about to win a vacation to Lithuania?
No, I wish. That'd be nice. But then they probably wouldn't even take me. No, I'm excited because spring is right around the corner. It's going to be here before we know it.
Well, I'm looking around the corner, but I don't see it.
I know, not with this winter storm that just hit us. But I don't know, I like to think in the future. I love spring. How do you feel about spring?
Well, I'm always looking forward to spring because I have a beautiful garden in my backyard and we grow some very, very, very tasty vegetables.
Oh my gosh, I love home gardens. We used to have one when I was a kid, but not much anymore. What's your favorite crop to grow in the garden?
Well, my favorite crop, it's a toss-up between a good orange carrot and a good floret of cauliflower.
Oh, absolutely. I actually used to grab tomatoes just straight from the garden when I was a kid, playing outside, and I would just eat them like they were apples. I'd just eat tomatoes.
Take it from me, Jenny. There's nothing better than good old-fashioned down-home cooking.
Oh my gosh, I agree completely. But I mean, not just that though. I love the smell of spring. You know when you just step outside and you can just smell spring? You can just smell the weather nice, being nice and beautiful. That's just incredible. I just love it.
A la Apocalypse Now, I love the smell of spring flowers in the morning.
Absolutely.
This is KDPS 88.1 The Edge with the Master of Faster and Jenny. Up next, we have Crooked Smile by J. Cole. Hypersensitivity and, misinterpretation and a little bit of awkwardness.
Autism Speaks is an organization that sponsors autism research and conducts awareness and outreach activities. On June 15th, Iowa Cubs Stadium is hosting Iowa's Walk Now for Autism Speaks.
On June 15th, Walk Now for Autism helps raise funds to support vital research and top quality programs.
Autism Speaks. It's time to listen. 88.1 The Edge. This is DJ Double J. Got another really weird story kind of for you guys today. I guess not weird, a little bit exciting. I'm not particularly a cat person, but for you feline fans out there, there is an app to communicate with your cat. That's right. So the app is available for your smartphone, and it's called the Human to Cat Translator. And this app allows you to instantly translate your voice into meows to get your kitty's attention. So there's like over 175 samples from more than like 25 different cats that allow you to talk with your furry friend. So the cool thing about this too is it has buttons. So the app is kind of set up like it looks like a dial pad on a phone, and you just kind of select the cat, like the little cat emoji that's on there. But you can also record your voice, and your phone will digitally alter it into a cat's meow to talk to your cat, and you play it for your cat. It's the weirdest thing. So it actually will translate into all human languages except Swahili. So you can just type in the language and change the setting. There's different kinds of meowing. There's bird sounds, mouse sounds, purring, and one very angry cat sound. But I'd be careful with that one. I did watch a YouTube video where this lady put an angry cat sound on, and she actually got attacked by her cat. So don't anger your pet. We love them. We have pets for a reason, so that we can smuggle them with love. Don't make your cat angry. So I've actually downloaded the app because I'm really intrigued by it. So I'm going to play a few sounds. Let's see what this sounds like. Okay, that was one cat call. So it sounds pretty normal. Let's record it a little bit here. So I'm going to push the record button. I want to cuddle. And stop. That was a really long cat sentence. Wow, interesting. So I just told my cat I wanted to cuddle if I wanted to play that for my cat. Really weird cat app, like I said, called the Human to Cat Translator. Over like 175 different cat sounds. But up next on 88.1 The Edge, we have Wish You Hell by Like a Storm. 88.1 The Edge, this is DJ Double J. Well, Robert Collins is a 39-year-old man from Alliance, Ohio, and he probably wishes he hadn't called the police when he called the police. So this is kind of a crazy story. Yeah, crappy criminal right here. Robert Collins called the police to report his wife who stole his stash of cocaine. Yeah, that's right. He called 911 to report a crime that he had committed also. Kind of dumb. So, of course, this did not go as he thought it would. Instead of receiving the justice I think that he was looking for in getting his wife into trouble, he was actually hit with 2 misdemeanor charges. And if that wasn't bad enough, he also was arrested for failing to pay for his court case from a few months earlier. So this guy, Robert Collins, calls 911, literally saying, hey, I bought some cocaine earlier and my wife just stole it because she wanted to take it from me. And the police show up at his house. Didn't take them long, so they show up, they're knocking, and he throws this huge fit and saying, hey, I didn't call you guys, what are you talking about? And they actually find him with a marijuana pipe on his body and refusing to acknowledge the fact that he called 911. So I'm assuming the guy probably did some of the cocaine before they got there. Obviously not a smart move to call the police and be like, yeah, I did it. You know, like, hey, I have cocaine and my wife stole it. But, yeah, so they show up. They catch him with a marijuana pipe. Of course, he was in possession of cocaine at some point. I think they found his wife. I couldn't find it. So, I mean, first of all, you probably have cocaine in your system, and your wife steals it, and you owe money for a court case. So let's just think about this for a minute. For some reason, you think calling the police will have a positive outcome for you. What were you trying to get out of this? So hopefully you learned something. I would lay off that stuff, though, man. Not good for you. Up next on 88.1 The Edge, we have XO by John Mayer. 88.1 The Edge, this is DJ Double J, and I'm here for the next hour. Now, I got a little bit of a crazy story coming up for you guys. So, everyone has their favorite sunrise, sunset, maybe their thing they do for adrenaline or for a workout or maybe just a stroll. But one thing that's really popular is hiking. Now, there's actually one totally gorgeous yet totally illegal hike that has been making headlines lately. It's called the Haiku Stairs on Mount Oahu, and forgive me if these pronunciations are wrong. This is actually in Hawaii, and it's called the Stairway to Heaven. So the fate of this trail, it's a trail of stairs up the mountain, and it's become a topic of debate lately. So the stairs were damaged by a powerful storm last month, and some people feel that the stairs should be removed completely, and others argue that they should be repaired and open to the public. Now, some of you might be confused about this. So the mountain actually carries about 3,900 steps to the top of this peak summit. And the stairway was originally wooden, but was installed during World War II. So basically, they rebuilt it in the 50s with steel to lead to a new Coast Guard navigation station. But they closed it about 30 years ago. So it's been off limits and totally illegal. They're lined along a narrow ridge. They've got steep cliffs on both sides. And several hikers love to go to this place. Now, it's huge, it's crazy, and it's really adrenaline-filled, and a lot of people just love that challenge and that thrill. But it is highly, highly illegal for anyone to hike. There's actually a security guard that sits at the entrance for most of the day just to prevent people from going up. But of course, that hasn't stopped people, hikers and young Instagrammers, from trespassing. So last week, an 18-year-old, his name is Dalen Pua, went missing. He actually set out on the hike to the Stairway to Heaven, as it's called. And like I said, it's really, really dangerous, so that's highly risky. But this past Monday, 2 hikers that were close by the trail, not actually on it, on the stairs, said that they were hearing cries for help and thought it might be Dalen, the missing man. And so there were several measures taken to find him. He's been missing for over a week. There were fire departments, local volunteers, drone operators, and even the U.S. Navy. They were searching on both land and air to hopefully find this guy. So dangerous to go up this mountaintop. I mean, as exciting as it sounds to like climb this, stairway to heaven, it is really, really dangerous. So they even created a Facebook page. It's called Search for Moke Pua. Moke was his nickname, and it was created by his sister-in-law to connect and update everyone that's involved looking for him. And we really, really hope they find him soon. The stairs, that's a crazy thing. As much as you love adventure and hiking, you gotta be pretty risky to go up on a steep ledge of just metal. Half the steps are missing. You can see really cool pictures if you go online. Half the stairs are missing and there's railings falling. So, you gotta be pretty tough to be able to go up this mountaintop on these rickety stairs and be able to think, hey, I'm gonna make it to the top of this thing. So, Dalen Pua, 18-year-old kid, just a young kid, was posting Instagram pictures, putting things on Facebook of being on this illegal mountain. Now, I'm just thinking, if you're not supposed to be on the mountain in the first place, why are you posting pictures to internet sites where all your friends are going to see it? That just sounds really dumb. But hopefully they find this kid. Again, it's so sad that he's missing. If there's a post at a place that says you're not supposed to be there, it's probably a good idea to not illegally cross that borderline. So we're hoping they find 18-year-old Dalen Pua soon. Be careful going out on these adventures, you guys. As fun as it may seem to climb that stairway to heaven, you might not actually be making the correct choice, because it's probably not actually a stairway to heaven. You're just looking for a good reason to get yourself into trouble. So, again, thinking of Dalen, hopefully they find him. But up next on 88.1 The Edge, we got some more music coming your way.
I am Siege, and I am gay. I am in a relationship.
Kathy Galkey, sexual preference, a woman.
Lori Livingston, sexual preference, women. I normally call her my wife, and I'm usually referred to her as her spouse.
Sometimes it's partner, sometimes it's boyfriend, but most of the time it's partner.
And we just developed a relationship, a friendship that turned into more.
We fight, we get along, we have a good time, we have good days, we have bad days.
We learn to respect one another. We learn to honor one another.
There are times when I just want to smack him upside the head, and other days when, we just get along like best friends,
And then when I met Lori, the attraction was the friendship and what we did together and what we enjoyed together.
Because I started getting maybe hints about, what I was feeling back when I was probably like 7, anywhere from 7 to 10. But I didn't really know for sure until I was in high school. After I had tested the water, so to speak, with, both girls and boys?
Oh man, for me, I was extremely young. I've been infatuated, crushed on, whatever with girls for a very long time.
You know, it becomes like this secret to yourself, even though everyone else probably knows it already. You still keep it in like this little box that you're so scared to just open.
You know, I mean, there were some very emotional things and some, you know, I have some drinking issues, very severe, and it was totally due to not being okay with myself.
The stigma that people tend to put on, you know, gay men, that is, for my part of it. You know, they expect you to know about fashion and hair and, you know, all this stuff. So I think when, you know, you're more like me, where I'm, you know, I'm not into sports, but I'm not flaming. You know, I think it kind of throws people for a loop not to know what to expect. In elementary school, people were calling me a girl.
Definitely stereotypes with lesbian are the ones that very manly.
The dyke.
Oh, there's your
they
dyke.
call them the dyke.
Yeah.
Yeah, the true. Yeah.
True dyke. Oh, there's that dyke. And so,
Which is never portrayed in a positive manner.
I mean, you get vibes from some people that want to make it be an issue.
But there are some people out there that are, you know, say and do some pretty stupid things.
And I'm going to use a term that probably is not correct to use, but you can tell the redneck guys that just want to be, oh my God, no, I hate those lesbians. Sorry, people, I'm going to be who I am because this is who I am.
I don't like announce it to people. I mean, sure, if they ask, I'll say, yeah, of course, yes, I'm gay. But I think sometimes people are born and they just naturally have a certain kind of personality. It's not something you choose. It's not something that your past experiences can cause you to become.
Why on earth would you want to torture yourself this way? You know, jeopardize your family and put your children through this lifestyle if, you know, you didn't have to. It's who you are, and it's not a choice.
You feel love, you feel all the emotions that anybody else would feel.
You just want to be who you are.
Yeah.
You want to love who you want to love. You know, that's all it comes down to.
We make friends, we make enemies, we have heartbreaks, and we fall into love, and we make mistakes, and I think it's just something that is the way it is.
It's just great to have a best friend and someone that you can share everything with.
My whole world has changed so much from the direction I was heading. I'm where I'm at today, you know, because of her.
Love and kindness is just love and kindness. We are really just like everyone else.
88.1 The Edge, KDPS Des Moines. This is DJ Double J, and we've got 80s, baby. Yeah, for the next hour, got some fun facts and interesting news all behind the 80s. That flashy decade that helped define our modern world. Well, some people might say so. I think I'm going to start it off with the #1 selling album for the year in 1980 with Super Trooper by ABBA. Stay tuned. Edge 88.1, you're here with DJ Double J for some 80s flashback. Now, the 80s were busy and action-packed, for sure. So how about some fun 80s trivia? So before August of 1981, there was actually no MTV. That's right, the first video that aired was called Video Killed the Radio Star. It's quite appropriate, don't you think? Coca-Cola in the 80s caused a big stir-up when they changed their formula of Coke. The public, of course, was extremely unhappy and expressed their disapproval, which in turn led to Coke going back to their original formula called Coke Classic, which we now have today. Computers in the early 80s had 64 kilobytes of memory max. We now have terabytes, so that's improved immensely, thank goodness. For all you computer students out there, we know everybody appreciates that change. Tipper Gore, if that name sounds familiar, he actually started the Parents Music Resource Center, PMRC, during the 80s. And this group is the group that's responsible for all those parental advisory stickers on our CD album. So, thank you for ruining all the fun. McDonald's Chicken McNuggets were put on the menu in 1981. changing the lives of children everywhere and their weight. I'm just kidding, that was a bad joke. Okay, so the earliest cell phones in the 80s had huge battery packs that could weigh over 20 pounds. Now imagine carrying a 20-pound cell phone in your pocket. I mean, whipping that thing out and texting in class isn't going to be easy anymore. I mean, they didn't even have texting, but like, imagine whipping that 20-pound phone out of your back pocket. Like, that's just crazy. They used to carry those things around. The prep movement that took place in the 80s even had its own handbook. So the official preppy handbook was written by Lisa Birnbach and was sort of humor-based. You can still buy this book. It's available. But it was taken really seriously by some people. I mean, some people based their lives around this preppy handbook. So we can thank Lisa for bringing khakis and polos into our society, because that's where they originate, apparently. The drink that gives you wings, Red Bull, was actually first available in the 80s, 1987. They even used the same slogan that they've been using for the same years. The drink that gives you wings, of course. And you know, since it's been around that long, I still have yet to see someone fly. Who knows? Maybe we will. Leftover rice and vegetables were formed into what is now called the Garden Burger in 1981, to the delight of vegetarians everywhere and the pain of all of us meat lovers. Now, I don't know about you guys. All due respect to vegetarians, I don't know how they do it, because I grew up in Iowa, and we're big for meat, you know. We're big on the pork, and we're big on the beef. And it's like, I love meat. Like, there are some days you just have those cravings where you're just like, I need a good sandwich, or I need a good burger. So all due respect to all those vegetarians out there, and kudos to you for being able to do it, I just don't think I could do it. I love fruit, and I love vegetables, but, I mean, gotta have the meat in there too sometimes, you know? It's just a good source of protein, and sometimes it just tastes good, you know? It's just, you just need it. I mean, there's no doubt that the 80s were an entertaining decade, to say the least. And they gave us tons of fun facts, which I've gone over a few, but it just makes you look back on society and just think, wow, look at how much it's changed from 80s to, you know, now in 2015. The styles, the habits, the social norms and things that we do. I mean, think about social media. It didn't really even exist back then. It's just crazy. Thinking back on that MTV, I mean, I used to watch MTV growing up as a kid all the time, and that's just crazy because it brought music to your living room, you know? It went from being just something you heard on the radio or something that came out to being right there in your living room. You could just turn it on all day long and watch awesome videos and your favorite performers and your singers. I mean, that's just incredible, in my opinion. But I am really glad that Coke Classic is still around. I'm not a huge pop drinker, but pop is definitely necessary in our society, I think. I mean, it's just sometimes you just need that caffeine. You know, coffee does it, but sometimes you just need more than that. But last fact I have for you guys was the awesome guitar soloist in Michael Jackson's song Beat It was none other than Eddie Van Halen. So here it is, Beat It by Michael Jackson here on KDPS 88.1 The Edge. KDPS Des Moines, this is DJ Double J on Edge 88.1, and we're talking 80s, baby. Well, okay, the 80s were sometimes regarded as one of the richest musical decades ever. So, of course, like I talked about earlier, the break of MTV helped bring music and performance to your living room. Still blows my mind. It was amazing. I love MTV. So, if you're a fan of the decade that brought us hair bands, workout tights, I mean everything in between, you probably love Michael Jackson and Queen and maybe even Madonna. But speaking of the Queen of Pop, Madonna, being one of the best-selling female recording artists of all time, had a striking performance at the Grammys this year. And it's a little controversial, so we're going to talk about it a little bit. Some people loved it, some people hated it. I mean, it was different, definitely. As a legend for pushing boundaries, Madonna certainly loves to reinvent the word controversy. So the 56-year-old received some negative feedback from her performance, and I believe that she performed her latest single, and I mean, fans just blew up social media. I mean, Twitter and Facebook, and there was Instagram posts of, you know, comparing her picture, saying it looked something like a American Horror Story with the design set she had going on. And other fans were like, is she trying to copy what younger stars are doing? Like, what exactly was Madonna trying to get across with this? And I don't know, do you feel like the Queen of Pop is losing her touch? Because I don't know about you guys, I love the performance. For one, Madonna still has a rockin' body, and her legs looked incredible. But more importantly, I thought the performance was creative. I mean, it was artistic, there was choreography, she was dancing, and she changed it up. She was sitting on the side of the stage for part of it, she was doing flips with the male dancers. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for a 56-year-old, I don't think I could still move like that. Her legs, like I said, they just looked incredible. Like, she's still in great shape. She had that going for her, and people were just ripping her apart. I think it's impressive that this experienced performer, we'll call her, could still rock it like she was 20 years old. But yeah, let us know what you guys think. I mean, you should tweet at us at KDPS88 or check the Facebook, KDPS Radio. You can like us on there. What did you think of Madonna's scandalous, I guess we'd say, performance? She was in a little skimpy red. You can YouTube it. It was a little showy. It was a red, like, unitard. She had some fishnet tights and black heels. I just thought it was really creative. I just feel the fans may have overreacted a little bit to her performance, to the social media extreme. Madonna has so many great hits over the years. Coming out in the 80s, especially big, just did a really nice job, I thought, and being able to come back and rock it like that was impressive, in my opinion. So let's take it back to the year 1984 for one of Madonna's very, very first hit songs. And I think this is the song that actually originated her nickname back in the 80s of Material Girl. So here it is, Material Girl by Madonna on Edge 88.1. You're listening to The Edge 88.1, and I want to talk about one of the 80s most popular movies. So, you may have heard of it, The Breakfast Club. Well, The Breakfast Club came out in 1985, and if you haven't seen it, oh my, you need to go see this movie. Especially if you're a young adult, because it really is, it's a great movie. It's got a good storyline. Some people might call it, a little cliche. Some people might say it's really different. Either way, there's opposing views. Go see the movie because it's good. But let me break it down for you really quick if you haven't seen it. It's about 5 students in high school: the brain, an athlete, a basket case, a princess, and a criminal who actually got stuck spending detention together for 8 hours in their high school library. Now, you may know where this is going. Like I said, a little cliche, a little not. So these are students from different cliques. Of course, they don't know or care for each other at first. But by the end of the movie, of course, they are best friends because they've gotten to know each other and they have a lot in common that they didn't know. But most importantly, they were the Breakfast Club. But here's some interesting facts you might not know about this 80s classic. Most of the film was actually ad-libbed by the actors, following virtually no designated script. So basically, the director would say go. He'd say action. And they didn't really have a full script to follow. They would just sit there and ad-lib. And I just think that's incredible because watching the movie, you would never get that vibe, that feeling that they didn't have scripted lines. Of course, it doesn't sound like it's overly rehearsed by any means, but I just think that's cool when you can find out that an actor or a performer that you never knew was just literally ad-libbing the whole time. That's impressive. Another fun fact about the movie was it was actually filmed in a high school, a real high school, but the library set was built in the gymnasium so that the real students of the high school could still have access to their school library. How crazy would that be to go to class one day and be like, gosh, I would go work out or run some laps in the gym, because apparently people do that, I don't know. Run some laps in the gym, but I can't because there's a movie being filmed in there right now. History is being made by the Breakfast Club. I think that'd be pretty cool to be able to go to a high school where they're filming Hollywood movies and stuff. That must have been interesting for those students. Yes, the students in the film did smoke marijuana, but don't worry, it wasn't real kush, like the Californians like to put it. It was actually oregano that the students were smoking. So in the film, it looked like it, but it wasn't actually marijuana. So that's good. We're staying on top of things in our school system back in the 80s. Now, the movie's iconic ending song I will talk about in just a minute, but I want to talk about some other popular movies from the 80s that maybe you didn't know originated in the 80s, and you've probably seen most of them. So Dirty Dancing, of course, is an all-time classic, one of my favorites. It's a beautiful, beautiful movie. It's sassy, it's sexy, it's fun, it's a good one. So maybe if you haven't heard of Dirty Dancing and you're a dancer, or you're interested in dance, go check that one out. Batman, Michael Keaton version. So Michael Keaton was the Batman. And then Jack Nicholson was also in it, and he was the Joker. And yes, these are very different from the new Batmans we have now, but it has such a history, and I would encourage you to go watch it because it's really cool to see how Batman old time compared to new time is. Like, yes, it's probably not as good in terms of graphics and suspense and action, but Jack Nicholson especially had an amazing version of the Joker, and I just think people should see it because it's really good. Back to the Future. So it's a comedy with a little science twist on it. It's a really good one. Also a classic movie. I would highly recommend Back to the Future to anybody. I don't know if you've seen it or not. It's a good one. The Terminator, of course, with Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's now, super popular in the media. I don't know if you've heard his son is dating Miley Cyrus. Yeah, Miley Cyrus has a new boyfriend, and it is Arnold's son. So that's an interesting twist. Maybe check that one out on your own. Ghostbusters was also out in the 80s. The original Ghostbusters! Super fun. I was going to play the theme song. But, Ghostbusters was really fun. And then E.T. I don't know about you guys, aliens freak me out. I hate aliens. But E.T. it's a little different. I mean, it's a sad but happy story about a kid and an alien. I mean, it's weird at the same time because it's like, I don't get the whole connection with people wanting to be connected with aliens if they're actually real. It's strange. I don't know why this kid would find an alien in his room awesome and then just want to ride his bike with him all the time in a red hoodie. It's weird movie. E.T., Extraterrestrial, also came out in the 80s, a good one, but many, many more. Hey, maybe if you guys have heard of some 80s movies I didn't mention, tweet at us at KDPS88, like us on Facebook at KDPS Radio. Would love to read about your 80s movies that I might have overlooked. But let's go back to The Breakfast Club now. So the movie's Ionic ending song was originally pitched to Billy Idol to record, and Billy Idol actually made the mistake of declining the song, and he said, no, I don't want to record it, I'm not interested. So Simple Mind took the song in as their one-hit wonder, and it just blew up. So sorry, Billy Idol, but Simple Mind kind of took you over there, and they made the right choice. So here it is, Don't You Forget About Me from The Breakfast Club by Simple Minds on Edge 88.1.
Hello, welcome to Cocoa Coffee. What can I get you today?
Hi, can I have a vanilla latte, please?
One delicious vanilla latte.
Wow, you have a great announcer voice. Have you ever thought about working in radio?
How can I do that? I know nothing about radio.
Well, at Grandview University, they have a great communications department. They offer classes that allow you to be a DJ on your own radio show with brand new top-of-the-line equipment.
Excellent. How do I apply to this fine establishment?
You can visit grandview.edu or call 515-263-2810. 88.1 The Edge. This is Jenny, and I'm here at the NAIA College Regional Competition. Today's competition is being held at Doane College in Crete, Nebraska. Now, this is the first year that Doane has actually hosted this competition, so it'll be interesting to see the turnout. Now, there are 2 rounds of competition today. The preliminary round will allow each team to take the floor and receive feedback from the judges as they determine where they fall in placement with the other teams. The second round of competition will be the final round, and each team will be announced at the awards ceremony to determine who won the overall competition. There are 13 cheer and dance teams, and cheer will be the first to take the floor. So up first for preliminary rounds will be St. Ambrose University from Davenport, Iowa. And here we go. St. Ambrose is taking the floor. They are getting in their first formation. They are chanting their school letters. They're looking really sharp. They've got some white and blue uniforms on, looking very good, clean and organized in their first formation. We've gotten the cue from the captain. As soon as the music is ready, they will start. They're starting in almost a triangular formation. They are looking very, very sharp. First basket toss, she lands it. We've got some tumbling going on in the front, some front handsprings. Second formation, looks like we have 3 flippers going. They did a cradle into the air. So they are holding themselves up, 1 foot, leg extension, all 3 into a basket toss. Very good, cleanly executed. Here comes their third formation now. They've got some transition choreography going on, some rolling on the floor. Good team toe touch, good team back handspring, back tuck. Here's their fourth formation. Looks like it's going to be a full team trick. They've got 2 flyers going up. Oh, and a third one. 3 flyers going up. They landed that perfectly. Keeping arms nice and tight. Now, it's really difficult when you're going up in these stunting positions. We've got one girl's down, 3 flyers still in the air. So when you go up in the air, you really have to tighten your entire core, and you have to really hold yourself up. And these girls on St. Ambrose team are really good at that. They've got good men that are bases, so they have the ability to really throw these flyers up in the air, and they have done a really nice job of that. We got tumbling going on the floor. 3 girls all in synchronized formation here, doing back handspring, back tuck, twisting layout. Beautiful. Oh, we have a fall, but she's good. She got right back up. She looks okay. Our male tumblers going out now. Very good. Executed well. 5th formation here. They are looking really, really sharp. They've got some choreography. Looking good. Now, the difficult part with cheer is you are still dancing and doing choreography, but you have tennis shoes on so you can base yourself. And that's the most difficult part of trying to do a cheer routine, too, is hitting all those formations on top of flying and worrying about catching your girls in the air. We had another drop. St. Ambrose losing it a little bit here towards the middle of the routine, getting a little shaky. We're going up for a pyramid. Good. They hit the stance, hit the pyramid, twisting down. Landing was clear. Okay, we're doing a transition pyramid here. So there are 3 girls still in the air while 2 girls are flying up to stand on their shoulders, looking pretty good to end their formation. So overall, that was a pretty good routine. St. Ambrose was clean. They were sharp. For stunting, they hit the majority of their stunts. They did have a couple girls fall, which will be close to a 5 to 10 point deduction when it comes to scoring. Otherwise, the team looked really good. They had great energy, and they executed their choreography wonderfully. Great job, St. Ambrose. Up next to the mat will be Midland University, and they are from Fremont, Nebraska. Coming to the floor now is Midland University from Fremont, Nebraska. They are wearing some navy blue and orange colored costuming. They have looks like a really large team of cheer and 4 or 5 male cheerleaders. Now, male cheerleaders are highly desired in the cheer competition world because it's so easy to get female cheerleaders, but men are in fact the ones that help make those flyers and those jumpers get really high in their tricks and their stunts. So to come out onto a floor with male cheerleaders is really good. Okay, starting in a very spread out formation, they had 2 flyers in the air, both landed their tricks, looking very, very good. They are doing a helicopter lift now, so girls are flying in the air with their arms out. Now, how cheer is judged is they focus on difficulty and, of course, technique, especially with their flyers in the air. It's very difficult to control someone as they're flying in the air and using momentum to still get a trick in the air. Now, these girls are jumping off of each other's fully extended arms, doing toe touches, doing splits, doing leg extensions. It's not an easy task, especially for the men who are, in fact, the bases and throwing them. It looks like Fremont has Midland, is doing some really nice tumbling. They've got some choreography. As far as difficulty goes, it's pretty simple. Couple team toe touches, that'll score them about 2 points in the overall competition. Full team back handspring, that'll look really good on the score sheet. Going into a new formation here, they have 4 flyers going up. They just did a backflip in the air, all landed, looked very, very nice. Now they're going up for a leg hold extension into a basket toss. Also landed 4 flyers complete. Very good job. Midland with a full team back handspring here. A few girls did not quite get that. That'll be a couple deductions, but overall the team was together. Going up for another fly, they actually lifted a male base. That'll get them some creativity points and style points. Doing a pyramid here, a little spread out. They've got 4 flyers up in the air doing, a switch from leg to leg on a holding stance. Very, very difficult move. So they are really bringing in the difficulty moves here. They are doing an excellent job executing them. 4 flyers in the air, did a switching pyramid, very difficult, landed it perfectly. More choreography here, again, very simple. So when they do these choreography breaks, it's really important that the team, 1, knows the choreography, but 2, is extremely sharp. They all need to be together doing the same exact moves at the same exact time. It's very intricate. You have to break each move down. As far as stunting goes, Midland did an excellent job. They hit most of their stunts. Only a few girls fell when it came to tumbling. As far as choreography goes, they are lacking in their sharpness and really hitting that together. So that's going to cost them some points. But overall, for a preliminary round, that was a nice job. Up next will be Grandview University from Des Moines, Iowa. So out of 13 teams competing today, by the end of the day, there will only be 2 that will be actually sent on to the national competition, which will be in 2 weeks, and that will also be held in Nebraska. Now, they only send the winner, of course, and then the runner-up, because, of course, if the winning team cannot perform at nationals, they will have the running team be ranked a little bit higher than them. So in today's competition, it is very intense. Of course, preliminary rounds are a little laid back, as the scoring from this round does not count towards your overall goal, but it just gives you some feedback from the judges before the final performance. So good luck to all the teams today. Again, Grandview University will be up in just a couple minutes. So Grandview University is taking to the floor our home Des Moines team here. They're looking very nice. They've got white, black, and red uniforms on, a big GV right on the front, very visual. They're hitting their first formation. It looks like they're going to do some stunting right away. GVU. Okay, we have 3 flyers going up in the air. Nope, 2 did not make it. 1 flyer. She lands it. Good job. Formations are a little spread out here. It's always nice to have a cheer formation very tight, very sharp, just to prove you actually know where you're going and can hit your formations. Good, we had 4 flyers in the air doing basket toss. They landed it very nicely. 4 more flyers going up for a leg hold extension. Looking good, ladies, looking good. They're holding it, pulling that leg back behind their head to touch their head, and we have 3 landed. Good, complete. Hitting a new formation here, no transition choreography. That will hurt them in scoring. Team toe touch, team backflip. Very good. That will look good on the scoring. They landed that perfectly. Going into another stunt here. 3 flyers are going up in the air. Looks like they're going to do a twisting flip, and they landed. Good. All 3 flyers. A little messy on the formations and getting to their flying spots here. That's going to cost them in the scoring sheet. That stunt completely did not make it in the air at all, never left the floor. Also going to hurt them in the final scoring. Looks like we have a team herky jump there, so that'll score them some creativity points. Choreography here looks good. Simple choreography, so they won't get much for difficulty, but they will get some points for being very sharp. They're looking good together. Nice and sharp, they've got good facials, good energy. It's very hard as a cheer squad, especially when your flyers are not making it up into the air or not landing those basket tosses or, of course, catching your flyers. It's really hard on the floor to maintain that energy and to keep that smile on, because you know it's not going to turn out so well in the scoring sheet. But Grandview's doing a nice job. They're battling through. Looks like they're putting 3 more flyers up in the air. Looking good. Going for a pyramid now here. We've got 5 flyers in the air at this point. 2 girls just flipped off the back. That was good. Landed that stunt perfectly. So overall, Grandview looked a little rough. They need to work on some transitioning and formations, and of course hitting those stunts. Stunts are huge because it is the main point in cheer is to hit those stunts. And if you get out on the floor and your flyers don't make it off the floor, that's never a good sign. But overall, Grandview maintained their energy and kept a smile on their face, and that will look really good in the presentation scoring of the competition. Up next, we will have Mid-American Nazarene, and they are from Olaf, Kansas. Mid-American Nazarene has just taken the floor. They're in navy blue uniforms with white and red print across the front. Very visually pleasing. They'll get some good presentation points for that. Looks like they only have 2 male cheerleaders. This is a very small team. Starting out with some tumbling routine. Good. They hit those back tucks really well. Team toe touch again, team pike. So 3 jumps right in a row for the full team is a good sign. With a little team like this, you want to get as many team tricks in as possible. Smaller teams have a slight advantage over the larger teams just in terms of synchronization. They'll be able to match each other easily. They have a flyer in the air. She did a double front flip basket toss. Looked really, really good. Clean and sharp. Lots of tumbling going on. Looking pretty good on the floor. Now, the key to tumbling is you got to make sure you're getting your feet closed every time you flip. So when you come back together and land a trick, you have to have your feet perfectly together. And they're a little sloppy on that round, so they're going to lose some points. They have 3 flyers in the air, making a pyramid, 2 girls holding 1 girl on their shoulders. Very good. They landed that trick very nicely. A little bit of a uniform malfunction going on with several girls on the floor. That's not going to look good with presentation also. They could lose some points for that. You always want to make sure you have a clean, sharp uniform that's not going to get in the way or prevent you from doing your best on the floor, and you can clearly see it affecting some of the girls out here today. They have 2 flyers in the air. They're doing leg hold extensions into a front flip basket toss. Looked really good. Both girls landed that. Now, the difficult part about flying too is being a base. It's super important that you hold on to those girls in the air with their life. I mean, because if they fall down from that could be very detrimental or in fact cost them their life. Now, normally when you have a flyer in the air, it takes 2 or 3 girls or men on the floor to base them and of course catch them after they flip. With a little team like this, it's really difficult to get that many flyers in the air because you need that many people to be holding a base. But this team is doing a really nice job of making sure that they have plenty of people supporting their flyers as well as doing additional choreography. So here's the choreography section of the routine. It was at the very end. It was simple, but it looked very, very clean. Like I said, it helps to have a little team so you can synchronize really well together. So a little technical issue there with some flyers and landing those tumbling tricks, which is very difficult. Looks like we have an injury on the floor. They're going to pull her off, maybe get some ice. That's one of the scary things too about these cheer and dance competitions is when you're out on the floor and you have so much energy, you never know how far your body can go and when you've overdone it. And it's normally once you get off the floor and your adrenaline stops, you realize the significance of an injury. But looks like they're getting her some water. She's resting, getting some air. She'll probably be back out on the floor for the final competition. So up next today, we will have Graceland University, and they are from Lamani, Louisiana. Oh, Lamani, Iowa, excuse me. Okay, Graceland University from Lamoni, Iowa is taking the floor now. Looks like they have some navy blue uniforms with bright yellow print across the front. Visually pleasing. They'll get some presentation points for that. Again, a smaller team here, which can be a benefit, but can also be a bit of a downfall. First basket toss into a toe touch was beautifully executed. Looks like they've got some tumbling, wall of flyers in the back, also well executed. Looks like they're very sharp, very clean. Now for a little team, this is really, really good. To be able to come out here with such a small team and bring that energy and that fire right from the start and hit those tricks is really, really good. A couple flyers going in the air, just a simple twist, lift. 2 more flyers going in the air into a front flip basket toss. Looking really good. Some more choreography in the air, some more holds. Again, lots of sequence here. With a small team, it's not easy to get several flyers in the air. So it looks like they have the same 2 girls just going up continuously. They're doing some leg holds on one leg while in the air. Very, very good. And they cradled out. Excellent. Choreography section here. Team toe touch, team toe touch. Oh, 3 team toe touches right in a row. Very, very good. Well executed. Okay, half the team did a backflip. That'll be really good when it comes to technical difficulty. You want to be able to have your whole team do a team trick, especially with a smaller team. Now they had 3 flyers in the air, and this was really difficult because they only had 2 people basing them. So when you throw a girl in the air, like I said, it's really good to have 3, maybe 4 people catching them, and they only had 2 people catching 1 flyer. Excellent execution. We just had some tumbling across the floor. One girl didn't quite make it. Looks like she got right back up. She looks okay. 3 flyers going in the air now into a split. Looking very good. Well executed. 1 flyer in the air now. Bringing up another girl to her shoulders to front flip out. Only 2 people basing that one. A full twisting layout in the air, so that's really impressive. For a small team to be able to put 1 girl in the air, to be able to do a full twist to the ground is very, very difficult. They're going to get some difficulty points stylized for that. Big choreography section here. This is big for cheer. So normally with cheer choreography, it's strictly arm motions, not a lot of footwork going on. But this team had a very organized choreography section. They have their feet moving as well as their arms, and that's going to look really good when it comes to that choreography part of the judging. So again, that was Graceland University, and they looked pretty good. Like I said, smaller team could be a benefit, could also be a hurt as well, and it looks like they did all right. Put it up against some of these bigger schools with larger teams, they're going to have to step up their game when it comes to the finals round, or they probably will not make it into the top 4, top 5. But hopefully they'll be able to turn it around. Preliminary events are always way more stressful. It's the first time you get on the floor. You got your first time performance jitters. It's never easy, but they maintain their energy. They had big smiles, and like I said, they'll get some difficulty points for putting so many flyers in the air with such a little team. So good job, Graceland University. And up next we will have Doane College here from Crete, Nebraska. Looks like there's going to be a short intermission in the performances today. There was an injury on the floor. So when they come back, it will be Doane College from Crete, Nebraska performing. And this will conclude the preliminary rounds. And then next will be the final rounds, which will in turn place the teams as well as their scoring will be complete for the day, and will be decided who goes to national competition. This was Jenny Jones with 88.1 The Edge. You're back with 88.1 The Edge, and this is Jenny at the NAIA College Regional Cheer and Dance Competition. Now the cheerleaders are all getting ready to take the stage again for their final performance. Now we had the preliminary competition going on earlier this morning, and so the cheer has had time to look over the results that the judges gave back to them, some small critiques, and allow themselves some time to get ready for their second and final performance. Now after this final performance, there will be a dance portion again like there was earlier this morning, and then there will be the finale later tonight where they will announce the winners as well as the runner-up for the national title, soon to be held in a couple weeks. This is Jenny Jones with 88.1 The Edge, and St. Ambrose from Davenport, Iowa will be the first to take the floor again. Looks like there's been a slight change of scheduling here at Doane College. It looks like Grandview University is actually going to perform first for the cheer competition. They got placements back, and they are reversing the order of placement. So if you scored last in the preliminary event, you will now perform first. If you scored highest, you will perform last. So here it is, the final round of the NAIA Regional Competition in the cheer section, and it will start off with Grandview University from Des Moines. Grandview is taking the floor, coming on with a lot stronger energy this time, looking good with their formation. Again, high energy with this team right now in the second performance. Oh, much better already. Stunts are up in the air. 3 flyers looking very, very good. High energy from the team. Good facials. Footwork looks clean, very sharp and together. We've got 4 flyers going in the air, and all of them completed it. Good. I think last time they made only 2 may have completed that fly trick. 4 flyers up in the air again, doing leg hold extension. We have 3 successful leg hold extensions out of 4 flyers, so that's pretty good. Grandview's going to raise their points a little bit here with higher energy and, of course, nailing those stunts. That's looking really, really good. Team toe touch, team backflip, much better this time around. We had everybody land those. I think the biggest difficulty here for Grandview is going to be that they don't close their feet. So 3 flyers, again, have come down, and foot closure is big. If you can't land your tricks and you can't pull yourself back all the way to your starting position, they will dock you on cleanliness points for that. The 3 flyers in the air have just done a split, much better than last time, which barely made it off the floor. So already, cheer for Grandview is looking much, much better. High energy, strong here, doing choreography work, looking excellent. Very, very sharp. You can tell this team has a passion for cheering in general, and they have really come back out here to say, hey, yeah, prelims didn't go as well as we planned, but here we are, and we're ready to make it count. We've got tumbling section going on here. So 3 back tucks. Synchronization is a little bit off. Some girls were not in order, but as far as tricks go, specifically, they all landed them, which is really, really good. Going up for our pyramid now, we have 3 flyers going in the air, stacking legs with each other. And now we're pulling 2 more up, so 5 girls on the top of the pyramid right now, and they hit it. Excellent job, Grandview. Much better than first time around. I think the Grandview's going to get a much better score this time around. High energy, nailed every single stunt. Nobody was dropped, and stunting looked pretty good. Again, it's going to be the technical things this time around for Grandview. The foot closure, the hitting formations, making sure everything is really, really sharp. And with a fairly large team, it's always difficult to get everybody in perfect synchronization. But for the overall Grandview, much better second time around. Doane College from Crete, Nebraska, who's actually hosting for us today, is next on the stage, and they are here. Looking very good. Their first formation is set. Looks like they're going to send 3 flyers into the air. Now, Doane struggles a little bit with what Grandview struggles with, which is this little technical thing. So again, foot closure, bringing your feet all the way back together after a jump or a trick. And then, of course, just being sharp and crisp. Now, Doane does have a privilege and a little bit of an advantage over Grandview with their 3 male cheerleaders. Grandview is all girl. And the men just really help add the height to all the stunting that goes on, so throwing ladies in the air. And you can really see that here with Doane. They've done a really, really nice job. We've got about 4 people around each stunt going on right now. There's 3 flyers in the air. A little bit of choreography for a transition, looking really sharp with that. 3 flyers in the air, 3 flyers holding their balance, 1 leg extension. Very good. Good facials up there. Now, the judges really like to see when you send a flyer in the air that they're just really going to draw that crowd in. So they're going to have big facials, open mouths, giant smiles, and really be able to get that crowd energy going. Not as high energy from Doane as it was last time, but their choreography section is looking much better. Couple team toe touches, again, technical difficulty, that's going to be really good on the score sheet. Tumbling section here, we've got 2 girls doing some back handsprings, a little out of synchronization, and then there's a male cheerleader who's also doing some tumbling. Otherwise, Doane looking pretty sharp on their choreography, just the little things, technical that they'll need to bump up. You can really tell when teams come back out for their second and final performance that they've really kicked it into gear. You know, everybody really wants this trophy. And it really comes down to who was the best, because it's only Team 1 and Team 2 that get sent on to the national competition that will be held in Nebraska in just a couple weeks. More stunting going on here from Doane. They're doing really well. A little shaky on this final trick. Looked like she almost fell, but they recovered nicely. High energy, very, very good. Final choreography section, sharp. They're looking really together. Again, good smiles, good facials, drawing the energy off the crowd. And then a last 3 male lift in the front, really good to get some crowd attention. So good job for Doane on their second performance. Like I said, it's just going to be the little things, the technical, making sure you're getting your foot closure, you're hitting your formations, and of course, making sure your flyers are in fact getting to the air and holding themselves in the air nicely. So that was, again, Doane College from Crete, Nebraska. Baker University from Baldwin City in Kansas has taken the floor. They're looking very, very sharp. They've got 3 flyers in the air right now, a little wobbly up there, but for the most part doing pretty good. Did a front little basket flip there, looks really nice. As far as stunting goes this time around, they're doing an excellent, excellent job. 3 leg extensions, looking very, very good. Hitting all their formations now here. Looks like they're putting 3 more flyers in the air to do front flips, and they've nailed it. Baker's another team that's kind of on the small end of the spectrum, and they only have, it looks like, 2 male cheerleaders here with them today. As far as stunting goes, though, you wouldn't guess that Baker needs any male cheerleaders. I mean, these girls are doing a really nice job of getting each other really high up into the air and getting that momentum that they need. Little tumbling section going on here, looking pretty good. Little synchronization issues. Couple close calls on those tumbling, but it looks like they recovered nicely. Choreography section here. Full team jump, that's always good for technical difficulty points. Now the difficulty here with Baker is they are tired and we can see it on their faces. And one of the most important things in dance or any kind of performance like cheer as well is you have to never show that you're tired or struggling on your face, and we're seeing that a little bit today from Baker. Now this is the second and final round of the competition, but you can tell they really want it. A little stressful. They've completely changed a trick in their routine. Looked really good. They lifted a male cheerleader up into the air and then put a female on his shoulders. Very clean stunt. Looked very nice. Big choreography section here. Here's the energy we've been looking for. Much better here. Good facials. Little footwork issues, but they've really pulled it together nicely here in this choreography section. Final stunt looked excellent. Oh no, someone went down. Oh, they're back up. Okay, looking pretty good. So same thing with Bakers. They just got to focus on those little technical issues. And then, of course, facials are almost more important than the skills themselves. If you can sell your routine on your face, no one's going to pay attention to exactly what's going on with your body, and they'll miss maybe little mistakes or fudgements that you might have within a routine. So second round, Baker struggled with their facials, but did much stronger job with their routine as far as technical skills and, of course, stunting. This is Jenny with 88.1 The Edge, and this will conclude the cheer portion of the NAIA Regional Competition.